and gentlemen, time for the last game of the night. EG versus IG, Game 3. Let's hope it's a good one. We're certainly going to have some entertainment, that's for sure. This final pick from IG, they're picking the Antimage. And you got to be honest, it's against the better, it's against the Storm. These are two heroes that the AM can be pretty darn strong against.
It's been in the past, it's been traditionally always looked as the the Venomancer counter as well, because you don't really provide any type of disable. You don't really care if you're guild because you have that blink. Of course, versus the Storm is the very obvious one. And even versus Lifestealer, if you can get to the later stages, you will be able to carry the game. This could work.
I mean, that is the question, though. Are they going to be able to get to the later stages? Is there a possibility that IG is going to suffer the same sort of struggles that EG did in Game 2 trying to run the AM lineup, or have they got smarter ways to play around with the AM and to make that space and time for Flyfly's Antimage to come online?
I do think they have those heroes to space make. I mean, they have great kill combos is what I'm looking at. With the Legion in the sky alone, those are great kill combos. And then just Monkey King by himself is a hero that can just cause havoc on a map, as you are just able to traverse pretty much across from lane to lane at such a quick fashion. So yeah, I do think so, but the one thing is there's a Chen. I think Chen is the X factor that can really just look to pressure and close down games. Also Venomancer. This hero can pressure lanes very hard and actually set up to push things down too. But it's not like EG has these overwhelming pushing heroes to be able to take advantage of this AM pick. So we will see if Flyfly can bring it to Arteezy and show them how it's done.
I mean, as I said, either way, this is going to be quite the game to follow to see if that very, very painful turn of events is going to occur for EG, and that Antimage they lost with is going to be the Antimage that does defeat them in this very important Game 3.
Nice body blocks, get it all. Okay, he tried his best. Tried to get that range creep blocked a little bit better. Lane will push. Now, because of this, actually, it's going to price through the same a little bit, because Crit, you see what he's doing, actually, he's cutting the wave already, anticipating that IG will set up their supports with this, because of how they did the last game, right? The way they tried lane secured right at the start versus the first wave, he's ensuring he can double up a wave so that Ramses can at least get something out of this bottom lane.
I mean, look at the three lanes. Is there a certain lane that you think we're going to see some severe struggles on one of the sides?
Ramses.
That's just...
I think he's probably the one that's going to suffer the most versus a Bane. It's going to be up to Crit to salvage it, and we see the Crits. He's actually doing he gets another full wave.
All right, and he's going to grab these over and take them over to Ramses, or is he going to take them himself?
Take them to Ramses. He can't get them now. Ramses needs those. So that'll at least bail Ramses out a little bit of a very, very tough scenario. As I think that's probably the lane that I would say would suffer the most. The other ones, I can't imagine that a kill will come out unless someone's just very out of position. Kaka should be just fine up here. JT, very unlikely to die as well. Maybe with a rotation that comes out from Crit, that's where we'll see AG able to get a kill, but besides that, nah.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Crit's nearly pretty much brought the whole wave or two over towards Ramses under his tower.
Yep. He's like, here you go. You were laning. Bane was zoning you out. There you go. Let's see him zone you out of this.
We'll be under the tower, so we'll see how much Ramses can get out of this with his CS.
I mean, look what Flyfly is doing, though, too. He actually did not farm the wave. He is doubling it up so that he can deny a full wave from the Venomancer as well. And Ali will soak at least the experience that is under that tower from Ramses, getting all those last hits. So Bane will get 2 for 2. He actually gets he gets a third deny on a range creep. Will he get this one? Neither of them will. But I think he did deny at least 2 of the range creeps there. So pretty significant.
All right, top lane. Kaka was able to get Arteezy's carry. Arteezy does still have regen out on him, though. 3 tangos, and a salve that he will just go through right now.
Oh, that's just mean in the middle lane. Crit just comes over and he's like, hey, you want to hit the Storm Spirit? Well, now he's got ice armor. So if you do hit him, he's going to hit you back more times and you won't get nearly as much out of it. That's just rude.
JT. I mean, both him, JT and Kaka, are getting harassed pretty heavily by the duo of EG. Mid lane. The matchup so far incredibly even. It couldn't be any closer. 14 for 3 on Emo compared to 14 for 2 on EG.Abed Storm.
Hey, very nicely done by EG.Abed. I like that he goes for the level in the Electric Vortex as well, having that to kind of pull the Monkey King away from actually just getting those Jingu stacks on you all the time, because otherwise that's when you see the Monkey King really take advantage of that lane. Also the Ice Armor, as I mentioned, will help EG.Abed quite a lot to keep it even. Otherwise, Monkey King likes this lane still quite a bit.
And really, the overall story of the lanes, the mids, the carries, they're farming, but the two off-laners, they are struggling. JT, though, I say they're struggling, but JT and Kaka, they just dived the tower and killed easy underneath his own tier 1.
He was out of regen completely. He only had the one tango left, and they just take advantage of that one. Kaka, no mercy, level 3 concussive shot. They just have this burst damage that caught Arteezy off guard.
All right, and as I say, JT's not necessarily hitting a lot of creeps, but getting kills like that, it's now going to give him the chance to start farming himself, and it really is just only Ramses that's getting totally shut out at the laning stage.
Yeah, even though he did get a double wave fully pulled to him, he only was able to get 5 to 6 last hits out of all of it.
Oh, they've got to be careful on that top lane. I mean, if IG can get away with this again, diving and killing off Arteezy, this lane it's going to be a nightmare for EG. You would have thought that sort of the regen and sustain between the two of them would have been enough.
Yep.
But IG just seeing that beautiful opportunity to take a kill that feels like it shouldn't have been a kill.
And important to point out, now both of the supports, I saw them immediately when that 4-minute rune was almost spawning. They left their lanes since they recognized Storm has a bottle. If Monkey King is able to deny the Storm from getting a rune, then the Monkey King is just going to dominate the matchup, and that's exactly what happens. Abed's not able to get that rune. Emo gets himself a haste, and Abed just has to go all the way back to base to fill up his bottle.
Yeah, we've got a bit of backup for Ramses now. Crypt will move down and offer some space and some extra bit of pressure onto Fly to make sure that Ramses can get his foot in the game.
It's only a level 1 Doom, though. He really only just applies pressure by handing ice armor to Ramses at the moment. He will now get the level 2, but slow start for Crit, as he's a walking lane helper with that ice armor.
But overall, yeah, very, very free farm for Fly. 26 and 10. His CS going unhindered in this bottom lane. Ramses cannot slow him down, and it's not like when the levels come in, it's going to be that much easier for Ramses to do this. He's got the point in the spell shield. Fly, and with the blink, he's never really under threat. Any attempt from Ramses to get aggressive, Fly, he'll be fine.
Yeah, this is a free farm game for the Antimage for sure. This lane cannot put pressure on him, and it doesn't seem like many other heroes really can either. Like Storm going to pressure and AM even in the mid game is quite difficult, as you can just get turned and mana voided. Lifestealer kind of same. It's really just the Doom that he's going to have to worry about inside of that mid game for the most part, if they're able to find him at least, because he's going to be hiding for a while.
Now Fly doing his best to try and keep the pressure off Arteezy. Arteezy with the chainmail and the ring of protection. He's got that extra bit of armor to start things off now. So a little harder for JT to harass him down, and with the levels now just creeping in for the lifesteal, it's going to be unlikely that IG between the two of those will get away with diving and killing Arteezy just between the two. They're going to need some backup if they want to go again.
Look at this again. They go for the runes. They find themselves an infinite rune on Kaka. There is a sentry ward in the lane. He also does not have he doesn't have the silence, but now he does it for. But Abed's, he's looking right at him.
He's going to see it. And he's got the 6. He's also got Crypt behind him. So maybe they themselves can punish Kaka for this one. But actually, Kaka is in instant with the Ancient Seal, so there's no chance for a grab. And Abed, he's going to end up taking a lot of damage for this one. They'll try and turn towards Ollie, but there's no mana in the tank for Abed to go aggressive. Very, very instant reactions there from Kaka. As soon as he sees the Storm go in, he knows there's a sentry down and they've got eyes on him.
Yep. I love how they're checking the runes, though. I think this is something that's it's pretty basic a lot of the times when you see like, oh, enemy mid laner has a bottle and I don't. Like, you want your supports to do it, but the way they're doing, they know their side lanes are safe. Anti-Mage is at no risk of dying, and Legion Commander should be at no risk of dying because you can just press the attack off the open wounds if they ever make an aggressive move. So excellent move by the two supports on the side of IG in these first 6 minutes. And lots of couriers are dying here. First rotation coming out. Emo, he wants to look for Arteezy. Maybe even look for Fly as he's walking up here.
Yeah. Go for the easier one. Fly silenced. Emo's on top of him. And Fly will... Sorry, Fly, not Fly. Fly. He's down bottom. He's getting aggressive on Ramses at the same time, burning the mana. There's a lot of Flies in this game. At the crit, he's there, keeping Ramses safe. In fact, Ramses is trying to turn and go onto Ollie. Heads up play, TP's out. Knows that there's going to be nothing to cancel it. And this feels like this is going to be a bit of the problem each time that Ramses does start to go on someone. They're going to have blinks, they're going to have TPs. They're not scared of the Venom at all.
Their only stun is Electric Vortex until the Doom ends up picking up a Centaur eventually, which we will probably see him pick up versus a Anti-Mage. But yeah, they are very limited on disables on the side of EG. So yeah, like you said, we'll probably like to see a lot of just TPs right in front of people. Because Infernal Blade as well, you don't skill that for the most part on Doom until much later. 2-0. Slow start. in this game.
Yeah, pretty much even net worth.
Another courier. JT, he watches it and deliver the item to Arteezy, and that was Abed's courier.
It's going to try for the solo kill here. Quit's going to be over to help some onto Ollie, but Ollie, he gets the Nightmare and the Brain Sap. Ollie is still alive, and now with the silence, Abed, he's only going to have a little bit mana for one more zip. Is it enough? He's looking for Ollie. Ollie's into the trees. They do have the damage to get it. The burst is enough, but now EG, they may lose heroes for this. Emo stays on top of Quit. Jump forward from Fly. Boundless Strike to stop Fly from being able to get over to help Quit. And maybe because of that, they won't get any of the kills, because now EG, they've got the numbers. Ramses is moved over from bottom, turns towards Emo. Emo's trying to run. Abed zips in. Abed has got the mana he has. He gets it. He'll kill off Emo. But now Abed out of mana in trouble. JT's trying to run in to get the duel off Crit. He's going to look for the Body Frog, stopping Abed from being dueled, but still JT, he pushes on, closes the gap. He has the duel to lock down Abed, and they will get the trade between the mid laners. And maybe IG's not done yet, because Ramses, he's been left on his own on the high ground. He'll force Kako away with the wards, but JT, Fly stay on top of them, and JT picks up the double kill. IG bringing in the forces. JT 2 kills and the bonus duel damage.
Yeah, bringing the AM involved early. When you see the storm start to rotate like that, you're able to do so as well. He ends up losing a lot of health out of it, though. He's all the way down to 200 now when he's going to be laning bottom, so not the healthiest. And as you said, Emo does die in the midst of it all to that Arcane Rune. If Abed did not have an Arcane Rune, that would have been a completely different scenario. So,
Fly is low, but instantly with the splash shield, it doesn't matter though. They're able to click him down, and they're not done yet. Abed zipping over onto Ollie. Ollie's got the stick charges, but Abed, he's got one more burst. It's enough. Abed, another kill.
That was such a good play. They saw the Antimage go back. Like I said, he was down to like 200 HP. They used the Chen Divine Favor to bring the Storm bottom and make that play. Yeah, excellent by Fly. Fly and Abed for sure.
Incredibly greedy from Fly to go back to the lane like that and feel that he can rely just naturally on the Ring of Health regen to heal him back up. It's always tempting as an AM once you have that to go back to the lane and show, but as you said, he just wasn't prepared and wasn't thinking about the moves that the Chen can enable.
Yeah, it just caught him off guard completely, because they had a lane ward, so he was like, oh, okay, I can see the tower, I can see if anybody's going to TP and make any move, but not going to be able to see that Divine Favor. Yeah, great heads-up move by EG to bring themselves back in this one. 1K advantage, and during all of it, Arteezy was just sitting up top farming, and he's nearly got the Maelstrom finished up.
It'll be interesting to see sort of how the farm pace goes for both the carries. Arteezy with his Maelstrom, and obviously once Fly has his Battle Fury. You would have expected to be a little speedier in pace for the AM.
He blinked to the range creep.
He's got the Mana Void, but one more hit from Abed will do it. He's hunting Fly, has to blink up with the more Golem Stone. It's not enough. He needed a couple of them. The one will not kill Fly, so Fly will live. But I mean, you're seeing every time Abed is making these plays that, again, bringing Fly so close to his death. They've got to be prepared for this Storm's movements, as Abed, he is being so active right now across the map.
I don't think we're going to see Fly like blink aggressively onto range creeps again, because he had like a double range creep bottom, so you could see why he did it, but almost punished his mid.
EG collapsing in past the tower. The Grip Mystic Flare combo's there onto the Veto. Emo's going to lay down the Wukong Shimano. They lost the Skywrath, but they'll take the Veto and they'll set up another successful duel for JT. Fly staying on top of Crit. They've still got a little time left for the Scorch Stuff with the phase boots. Will let the movement speed to get away. They dive in, they get a kill, but they're losing 2 heroes for it. And again, as I say, JT continuing to be in position every time to make use of the duel.
He is going to be a real big threat. If you see this Legion, he has a Shadow Blade pretty much done. That can catch off pretty much anybody on this side of EG. That is insane how far he is. 4-0-2.
JT had a brilliant game last game, and this game as well. His offlane performance, it's been amazing. Mid lane, ding down onto Emo. We've seen Fly being caught out a few times a little too far on his own. Now Emo's got a full foul to it. They've got to respect Abed, because Abed, every single time he sees an opportunity, he is immediately in and on top of them.
Yeah, I like how aggressive he's playing on this Storm Spirit too, just giving the space for Arteezy to farm.
It's going to be harder though, as you said. This is such a quick shadow blade.
He has it.
This really could start to trip Abed up. These sort of plays where Abed is going and committing a lot of his mana to get these guaranteed kills. JT's going to be ready with TPs, Shadow Blade movements to punish the Storm every time that happens. So Abed, he's now got to be prepared himself to be that little more cautious about how he goes aggressive.
And when you go for these type of builds, like a Shadow Blade instead of going for something like a Blink, this is like, I'm gonna scale. Like I'm not just a dueling kind of guy over here. I'm not just a sitting back and pressing attack my allies. No, I am looking to be a scaling core.
It's going to catch RTZ off guard. They're not going to expect this early Shadow Blade. So JT's able to get in close off the back of the duel, set up from the shadows. I mean, already Shadow Blade purchase paying off immediately. That sort of kill, knocking RTZ off the map and giving Firefly the chance to have this farm, this space. And they can keep doing this. RTZ's got to be so careful. He's going to want to go to his jungle on his own. He's going to need backup now because JT is always going to be on the hunt.
I can only imagine how the comms are right there. It's probably like, holy shit, this guy's got a 12-minute Shadow Blade. Like, we got to be very careful. So now we're probably going to see more sentries get purchased up, and they're probably going to start blanketing some of those entrances into jungle with like an observer sentry to be able to watch the movements from the Legion commander when he's off the map. And we do see Spirit Vessel tends to be the more natural build now on the Venomancer that we do see a lot of the times. Very good versus Monkey King though, as you prevent a lot of that healing that will be coming out from Jingu Mastery. But it's usually just the build anyway on Venomancers. It synergizes so well with your Poison Sting to reduce even more HP regen.
Oh, we'll see where the next player is to be. JT still over on the top side of the map. RTZ keeping very close towards the tier 2 in the shrine. He's got to be in position so that he knows that if he does get gone upon, there will be an opportunity for backup to TP in and help him.
They've given him sentries. You see that? Actually, Ramsey's being the one to buy the sentries this time around, it looks like. RTZ's actually placed a sentry right in the middle of his jungle so that he can farm safely.
JT preparing for action down here. There's 3 members of EG around, and in fact, a deep zip. Abed's here with the silence. JT's there, ready to catch him with the duel. Can they kill Abed in time? They cannot. The heals are there from Fry. Abed's good to fight. He'll pile on the Monkey King. Emo with the quick dodge. They haven't got the damage to commit onto Emo under the Wukong's command, so EG will have to back off. Now Abed, they know he's back in, and he's got the magical burst. They get Emo. Ramsey's with the poison damage, pushing them all back. Ollie's going to tick down low as the second will fall. EG getting aggressive behind that tier 2 and continuing to play wild with Abed's hunger for action to happen.
I think Abed's a little lucky that maybe, well, he read the scenario, but he saw that the Kaka had low mana on the Skywrath. If Skywrath has more mana there, it's likely that he gets Mystic Flare on top of that. Even with the heals, he could go down, but a good read by EG, able to now pressure this tower and even bring RTZ down. They know that they need to kick the pace up of the game.
I mean, they are, as it's now up to a 3K lead. They know very well themselves after that last game. If they can keep this up, this Antimage is not going to have time to be in a position to do anything at all. And as you can see, just the pace that EG's cores are playing, they're all in the 6K net worth, over 1,000 ahead of the Anti-Mage. IG's going to need time, and EG, they know very well exactly how to bring it to them.
Yep. We're still going to see IG playing in the same type of manner, though. 3, 4 heroes just looking around, hunting, trying to find these kills, while JT just sits off the map. Sit and farm. How close is he? He's still far away from the Battle Fury, isn't he, huh?
This game really slowed down after they, sort of killed him a couple of times and pushed him back out of the waves. He's had to resort to sort of full defensive farm in the jungle and on the top half of the map where EG is unlikely to be playing. So he's getting some sort of space in the jungle. He's been found. EG's prowl as they move around the map as 4, taking kills as they wish. IG have got to be so careful about being caught out alone.
Even like sometimes these like 5-position kills don't mean too much, but in this type of game, you're just giving Spirit Vessel charges to Venomancer.
And they're going to find JT hunting in the jungle. JT, he's trying to run, but Abed just brings him back. With the Vortex, he's going for it. Vicious Jaw. JT with the heads-up play. They're going to get crit as well by those with the 6 charges. Pop Crit's running back towards the shrine. The shrine will heal him up. Crit will be fine. But JT, this man, he's a madman, and he knows that he gets away with it. Emo as well. He knows there's nothing to stop the TP. TP's out right in front of the 4 heroes of EG. But JT just continues to impress in moments where it looks like there's no way out of it.
And again, look, another one. They go for, he secures the last hit as well, of course. He knows he wants to be scaling core. This is insane. He is.
JT 5-0-4. He's been involved in every single kill that IG's got so far this game.
As an offlaner, which is always impressive.
And as a Legion, a hero that we've seen fall flat on her face in many games. But JT, he is making this hero look like the perfect pick this game for IG.
Yep, and now they're looking for another move. The duel, it's back up. He's Shadow Bladed. Ramses, don't get greedy for those range creeps.
It's number 2.
Just on the cusp of it.
They haven't got the Mystic Flare at the moment, so they know there's not enough burst. JT's being smart. He doesn't want to be too crazy. Doesn't want to commit 20 seconds, and Mystic Flare will be up. He's going to wait for that and look for the guaranteed kill potential. They've even got that additional help now of Kaka having a full lot of ATOS.
He's got it very early again. Unlike that last game where he's not like 5-0-4, but just on 18-minute mark, he's got the 3 points in silence too.
This was scanned out by EG, so they should be... It should be very unlikely that they get caught out by this move. IG will make the most of it, get some wards down. But EG knew that there was some action happening around this river area. Arteezy is still going to start to head down to that bottom lane. He's got to be careful.
We didn't mention, but it was pointed out by the observers, of course, that there was a Ring of a Killer picked up for Fly as he was pretty much picking up his Battle Fury. So very fortunate for the Antimage this game getting that. So he's got a little bit of bonus stats in comparison to Arteezy's AM in the last one, who didn't really get all these stat items. He has the Ironwood Tree, he has the Ring of a Killer, so he is a little bit stronger and got to be able to farm that jungle a lot faster.
EG, they're trying for Roche, but it's going to be pretty slow. It's going to take him a little bit of time. We'll see if IG catches wind of this. It doesn't look like it. IG split up. They're still hunting for sort of that pickup down bottom.
It's very unexpected.
Yeah, you don't expect it from this sort of lineup that EG has. They can obviously do it safely with the summons, with the wards, slowing down and kiting Roshan up.
They're going to get away with it.
They are. IG, I know, you can't blame IG for not checking this out. They do not expect this to happen as EG get it with a 4-5 and secure Aegis for Abed. So now Abed, he can go back to his wild ways. He's got that second life to rely on.
Yeah, he can play a lot riskier. We see him immediately jump toward top to try to set up something to start some type of havoc. And
Emo's not getting out. Crit slams him down. Emo is gone. EG, a Roshan, and a good kill.
The creeps, they just walked by the Beta for a second. A little bit of miss micro, but now he will be able to catch up to him anyway. Centaur stomp. Easy setup for Ali. Nice play by EG. Just,
very nice.
What are we talking about? Very unexpected for a lineup like this to just be able to sneak into a Roche pit or just do a Roche at all. IG getting caught completely off guard of that one.
IG just still continue to avoid the action. They know Fly really needs to have that item done on top of the Battle Fury before he can really turn up and get involved. He's pushing it onto the tier 2. Now they'll start to sweep back a little bit. They know it's likely that EG's going to come over and look for action. They don't really want to take the fight on EG's half of the map, especially when EG has that Aegis on Abed.
It's go time now though for Crit. We see the Blink, I believe, is coming out on the Courier. He's got the Centaur, and he also has Doom available. So he can look to go hunt around for that Anti-Mage now. Since he has the long zip that will be coming from the storm, and as mentioned, the Aegis will allow this storm, allow Abed to really put a lot more
JT, and they've found him, or have they yet? They do pop the dust now, and they've no messing around for Crit. He drops the Doom, make sure that there's no way of playing his way out of there. As Abed and Crit, they have been hunting this whole game and finding kill after kill, keeping this lead for EG.
Abed's, I mean, I cannot believe how aggressive Abed's playing in this game. 7-2-3 on a Storm Spirit when you're playing versus like Skywrath silences and an Anti-Mage who can just like jump in and mana void you. It's a very heads-up play from him how aggressive he really is playing. And look at this, immediately he TPs to top, he sees Emo, he wants the Monkey King.
Emo, I mean, trying to go for the Wukong's, but Abed's just got so much magical burst, he's just outplaying him. He's 8-2-3, bottom lane, Ramsey's will be gone, and Hand of God's popped, and Ramsey's in the tree, he's fine, and now IG, they're in trouble down here as well. Jump forward for Crit, they'll kill Kaka. As EG 40-9, 7k lead. At this game, it's slowly falling into similar territory that EG suffered with in game 2 with their own Anti-Mage pick.
Yep, they're able to just hunt all over the map because they know the AM is not liking to get involved too early. But now Fly, he is getting involved. They're looking for Fly. They've got the center done.
It's slowing them down, and Abed's going to be able to come in and help turn this one around potentially. Fly has to blink out, but Abed, he's diving in. He's so hungry for action. He's on to Fly. The nuke's up, and the heal's there. JT provides it, and Fly will be able to blink back to safety. But I mean, it's got to be so scary playing against this Abed Storm. You could see no fear there, ready to dive up to the high ground to look for these big kills.
Yeah, relentless aggression all the way up to, I mean, he's up to 17 charges on the Bloodstone now too. So yeah, he can zip, and he's got this extra mana regen. He's really making Emo's life quite miserable on this Monkey King.
Emo needs some sort of protection. He's queuing up the BKB and the Aghanims, but his game has been heavily slowed down.
They know he's in this trees right here. They're actually just gonna cut it.
Abed breaks the tree. Emo throws out a stun, but there's no way out for him.
They're spam-baiting it the whole time.
Yeah. They just can't play around this Storm. Abed, the pace that he's played at, not something that you see every day from Storm players. but he has done exactly what's been required to keep this game in a position where Fly's Antimage, it really is struggling just as much as Arteezy was in game 2.
Yep, he doesn't want to get involved till he has Manta. He does now have that Manta, though. Let's see if he can actually look to join, because EG, they're knocking on the front door. Age is still in hand.
And Abed diving tier 4, dragging back Kaka, crits there with a double jump in, stuns him up. It's just more and more kills for EG. They'll look towards the Rex. I mean, IG, they cannot push them off. The Rex are going down. EG's going to clean up this middle lane. It's 23 minutes in, and IG, they've lost the mid set of Rex.
They're doing such a good job with this lineup. With their sustain, with their Chen, they're able to just get so much. I mean, it's really just Abed's doing so much work for this team. Like the rest of them, they're supporting him in kind.
Oh yeah, they are. But he's the leading force.
Running away with this. And again, he TP's top, he pushes it out. He's getting recalled back in from the Chen.
Crits dusted JT. Here comes Abed, grabs in another. JT is dead and gone.
I mean,
you cannot hide from this storm.
Yeah, if this isn't some like hashtag Abed, I don't know what would, because he is just running away with this one. IG, they're gonna need a miracle right now. This Antimage, he's got the Manta, he's got his level 18 finished up online, but the other cores have died so much in the last few moments. And look at this, he's all mana this time.
He's crazy. Forcing a buyback, that's the Aegis gone. So Aegis no longer there for Abed. He is going to get his mana and health right back up to full, though. You know, he'll still certainly want to look for action. And we are still yet to see sort of the big fight where Fly turns up. And as mentioned early and in the draft, there are strengths that this Antimage does have against the core heroes of EG. And we've got to see them in practice. Still fundamentally, though, as a hero, the Antimage feeling very weak overall. We've got to see what Fly is able to produce this game off the back of all this farm that he's had. It's down bottom. Crits hunting. He's going to go for this. Fly's not going to be tempted to mess around with this at all. Gets out of there. No point of poking at this big old Doom, especially with Arteezy hiding inside him.
Yeah, he probably like clicks on Doom. He's like, this Doom has no stat items, but has 2,600 HP. Wait a minute, something suspicious is going on here. So yeah, I mean, making an aggressive move there is unnecessary there for him to hit out top.
He's ready to go in. Kaka, there's the jump. Kaka, it would lay down the Mystic Flare.
It's a big one.
Does bring the Doom down low. Wukong's command of the Balance Strike, and now with the feature, they've got the grab. Fly turns up, looking to help out. He's turning towards Arteezy, burning the mana. Can he kill Artur? He cannot. The sustain is too much. He's still trying for Arteezy, but Arteezy will live. He turns towards Fly, will get it, but the Stoker saves the dude to drop down on the Antimage. 4 dead on IG. Make that 5 as Abed cleans up. EG team wiping IG. It's 23 to 11, 30k in. That was the fight where Fly turned up, and it didn't look any good at all. This Antimage pick that EG seemingly showed us last game how terrible it was. IG, they're also showing us how terrible it is this game.
And if anything, it's like, in this one, it's versus a Venomancer and a Storm.
And
so
it's
not working in this game. This hero is really starting to show its absolute weaknesses. Excellent buyback, though, from Crit there. He gets taken out of the fight, he buys back, finds the Antimage, gets a Doom, and now from here, it really just looks like the game is over.
It's the second set of racks. IG letting this game slip away, their last chance to stay in the competition. As EG really back in full force here in this third game of the series, as we keep saying, Abed in particular. Obviously the supporting cast of EG have enabled him, being able to move him around the map, allowing him to go in aggressive. But that's the Abed, he's going to do it every single time. In he goes, onto Kaka, starts to play on the background, but they have lost the Lifestealer. Abed is going to retreat now that his carry is gone, and now maybe even more pain for EG as Fly jumps in. They'll use the stun, focus down Fly. He's got the heals, but Fly and Nemo will definitely continue to chase this. Jump forward and a slow, Fly will fall. Slowly, they're going to let JT have it. They know they don't need to rush to kill him. They secure JT, more dual damage, and they do hold things off as they had to back off. Arteezy, he just dies immediately, and Abed, he has to get out of there. He knows that without his Lifestealer, in a 5v5, it gets a lot harder, and they cannot afford to push when Arteezy falls first.
Yeah, he needs to be a little bit more careful. He was just playing very confidently forward. It just got silenced. They have no way to actually protect him. They have heals, but they don't have anything like a Forest Staff to actually pull him outside of that Skywrath ulti. He just gets completely destroyed by it. There's a pipe to negate some of that damage, but it was just a bit too much. Okay, so still some more small breathing room for IG, but they need a couple more of those in order to be back in this one. But the BKB, we saw it now from Emo. Some more strength. JT also now has been kind of forced to go for a Blink Dagger, even though he wanted to go for a BKB to be a scaler. I think he's starting to realize that he can't actually with the way that the game has gone. He has to be a sit back and press the attack, the anti-mage, so that he can get saved in particular. Paladin Sword does drop.
And out with the smoke again, EG. IG, will they get caught out by this? The 2 scans off the mark.
All EG really needs to do is just get down toward that bottom one. If they can just get this Doom on this AM, he will go down. He does not have buyback at the moment. He committed for the Basher. So if they are able to actually find this AM, but they're going to play it a little bit more patient. Roche is back up.
Yeah, they could look to just fall back and take the CG. They'll feel pretty good at doing so. The team fight obviously around this area, not too scary really from IG's lineup.
They have a Arcane Rune on the Storm Spirit, level 20 on Abed with an Arcane, with an Orchid, 25 Bloodstone charges.
As this scouted out, they'll kill the courier for it. IG know this is going on. They are going to try and contest it. They're coming over off the back of the smoke. It's falling pretty fast though, EG. Taking this Roche, it's down to half. Can IG make some sort of big play around this? They're leading around from the back, and in fact, EG's starting to back away from the Roche a little bit, getting ready for the jump that IG's going to want to make.
They're going for a huge wraparound here, getting the high ground. This might catch EG off guard.
Let's see what sort of focus they can go for. They're looking to jump in straight away onto Abed. They're trying to blow him up, so they have the damage to do so. Abed falling on. Abed's dead for 75. Inside the pit, EG are able to finish Roche, get the Aegis on Arteezy, but they've lost Doom. Abed buying back, looking to commit the Wukong's command, still out there, focusing the Monkey King. It's a deny, but he's still dead. 4 dead on IG. It's all left to Fly. He's the only one left alive. As EG still get Roche, they still get the Aegis, and they still get that huge team fight win. Losing Abed did not matter. He was ready to buy back, get over to the shrine, push their advantage, and now EG with this Aegis, they can look to go high ground once more.
Did Ramses cast the Lincolns on the Storm there in the slightest second and block? I think he blocked the Mana Void with the Lincolns. I saw it block, but I didn't see if he casted it on somebody, if it was on himself. I think he cast it on the Storm. Not sure if Abed would have popped, but either way, such a quick little play. And nice wraparound there by IG, but with the buyback from Abed, it was enough for EG to be able to take that fight and immediately to bottom.
And they're ready to look for Megas. Abed, big zip. And here's Glimmer Cape, we'll get him away. Kaka's gonna be fine. And they will have Monkey King back in the game in a few seconds, so still able to hold on to that final set of racks, IG. And for EG, obviously Abed has to be a little careful. Buyback being used in that last fight.
Yeah, and he didn't get this Aegis, which he would have liked to, but at least he has the cheese in his hands to be able to protect himself. As the only way he probably won't get that cheese off is either grabbed by like a Fiend's Grip or a Duel. He should otherwise get that cheese off in most of the scenarios. Still in a pretty comfortable spot. 16,000 gold lead, 10,000 experience lead. 96% as well on that DotA Plus win rate.
And that 4%, again, it all rests on the AM. Can Fly do what seemingly seems to be the impossible, especially for this hero in this day and age? He's got the farm, but he really is the only one. He's the only core that has any sort of power now at this stage to get the kills onto these massive heroes that EG have now grown to. This Abed Storm Spirit, he's the hugest problem. They've somehow got to get the jump, the lockdown, and the explosion with that Mana Void to have a chance of winning any of these fights.
And make sure he's not getting like Lincoln stop so it gets the Mana Void blocked. Because we're going to see Ramses definitely trying to throw that out to protect his high mana core. Here we go. Lanes will push it out for EG, the top and that mid, and they're ready to go for this last set.
Let's see what they're going to do. Silence onto Arteezy. But see him down low, looking to pop the Aegis. They won't quite be able to do so. Arteezy's Aegis will live to see another day.
He'll go inside of a creep. 1,548 HP range creep, looking to go.
Heals up, back to full, a quick blink away from Fly, separating himself from the Lifestealers. Arteezy focuses the racks. Abed, going to clear the trees, and he's found the Monkey King. The heal will be there, but the Doom is down. Crit with the 4, he's on to Emo. Emo is dead. They're pulling it over. The control for Crit, it's too much. As they've got to buy back here in full force. IG, Fly will blink away. Arteezy out of mana emo, revs up the Wukongs. They're controlling Arteezy. Can they kill him once with the Fiend's Grip? They can. They burst the Aegis. Can they take him down a second time? They're trying to stand on top of him. Fly, their turn. Twitch back in with the stun. Abed's going for the back rise. They've lost emo. It's a dieback on the Monkey King. Bane in trouble as Abed forcing him back to the fountain. Another kill for him. 3 dead on IG. They do not have buybacks available as EG. They take the Mega Creeps. They're moving on to the tier 4s. And with only the Antimage and the Shark left to defend, there is no hope for IG. Fly will fall. He has a buyback, but it doesn't matter. GG is called. And EG take game 3 and take the series 2-1. EG is going to be moving on one step more here in the lower bracket. And IG, they're going home.
Abed just put this team on his shoulders for sure. That was an unbelievable performance by him on the Storm Spirit. Ramses as well did have an excellent game. 7-2 and 18 ending up on this Venom. Love the itemization with that vessel, with the pipe, even going for the Lincolns afterwards. They